Cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Alrighty, let's get into this message. Okay. We're going to do an element balancing. Okay. So we're going to see what energy you are in, more or less, at the current moment. Of course, this is collective. Take what resonates. I already said that, but felt the need to say it again. Um, so yeah. And also, thank you for the support on the channel. The likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and the donations all really do help out. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you would like a personal reading from me, you can find that information in the description box below. Okay. That top one. Ooh. Okay. Hey. All right. So you need 3 more cards to do the element balancing. Interesting. Okay. All right. So we've got celebration out here and strategy. I saw it on the bottom of the deck and was wondering if it was coming out. I felt that energy. Oh, I felt that energy. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. Okay. Got some air. What's the next one, Spirit? Give me the 4th one. Simplicity. Hey, this is first and foremost, this is a very balanced energy. Yeah, this is balanced. You might be a little more up in your head right now, like in the mental body. So if we look at it this way, we've got our physical body, our emotional body, our mental body, and our spiritual body. So there's focus, there's emotions over here. We've got the mental aspect in 2 cards, and then we've got earth, which is grounded. That's our physical experience. Now, these are some very powerful, powerful cards. Okay, so celebration. This is such a good card. Oh my gosh, I love this card. This is literally the energy of celebrating something. So you could be literally going to a celebration. This can indicate a birthday party, a wedding, a graduation, just going out with friends and celebrating something. But this is a really good card. The other thing that's actually coming through is celebrating how far you've come on the path. And the reason that's really coming up is because of this simplicity card right now. And this simplicity card is such good energy. This is you dropping the baggage. You are dropping things that are no longer aligned with you. You are readjusting your life, people, places, things, experiences, environments, all these things. You're literally in the process of releasing what is no longer serving you. So this is literally purging, physical stuff. So maybe you're going through that junk drawer finally, or that coat closet or whatever, you're going through some of this stuff that's just piled up over the years and you're releasing what's no longer aligned with you. Then there's also the element of like dropping emotional baggage. So if you've been carrying around emotional baggage, either from like your past traumas, so on and so forth, childhood wounds, all of that, or if you've been taking on, this is really especially true for like empaths who absorb other people's emotions. This is releasing that from your energy and pulling back into your own energy and releasing what is no longer serving you and understanding that other people's emotional baggage is not your responsibility. So this is huge. This is really, really huge. These 2 are very interesting to come up here. So, because you've been doing this work, there is something that you are strategizing. And it also has something to do with this knowledge card here. This can talk about like getting a certification. This can talk about going back to school. This can talk about just that oh, what did I call it? The sponge phase of spiritual awakening, where you're just like you're learning and you're reading books and you're researching different topics and you're learning about, I just heard quantum physics or quantum manifestation, different healing modalities. I mean, this can be anything though. Absolutely anything. It's just you are expanding your knowledge on different topics. And I am getting like spiritual topics, so you could really be embracing that side of things right now. The strategy card is really coming up with a strategy, and on this card, it's often talking about like strategizing a way to get out of. Interesting that I put it that way. It's like strategizing a way to get out of a situation that you're really entangled in, or it's strategizing something like reaching out to somebody you haven't talked to in years, or strategizing how to find a mentor, or, something like that. But this is like big strategy energy. This isn't just like, should I go to the grocery store first or Target first? It's not that kind of strategy. This is strategizing something that is going to potentially be life changing. So that's beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, we're gonna get into this one now and see what's going on. Um, yeah, this is really, really beautiful. Um, if you're watching this when I post this, I'm actually recording this on 6/6/26. So that's the 6/6 portal. Now, sixes have to do with balance. It also points to the element of carbon, which is the backbone of all organic matter. So maybe look into that. Like, since you're, researching different things, look at the correlation between 666 and carbon. And kind of like the divinity behind it. 666 has been very, it's very it has a negative connotation. Thank you. I was trying to express that. And it's not. It's been kind of morphed. Same thing with the number 13. So maybe do some kind of deep diving on that if you're, if that's calling to you. Ultimately it's fascinating stuff. Um, but yeah, so back to the point. I'm recording this on the 6/6 portal. And this is a really good time to balance out a situation, to just find internal balance. It's really coming up about balance right now. And if you're watching this later, it's just the energy that you're aligned with right now. So even if you're watching this on a completely different day, that doesn't mean it's not for you. It's just that's going to be the energy that you're aligned with right now. Okay. We've got co-create, and then I was guided to look at the bottom of the deck, and we have flexible. And I'm being guided to put it there. Okay. So maybe you're strategizing on how to co-create with somebody. Like, this might be another person. This can also be co-creating with the divine, like co-creating with your higher self and actually allowing your higher self to come through and kind of guide the way from this point. Um, yeah, this is big energy. So you could definitely be focused on co-creating in alignment with your higher self, and possibly in alignment with your higher self and then with another person. Flexible. So this is dropping the baggage and allowing yourself to stay flexible. So it's really releasing control. Maybe that's something that you've been releasing, is that kind of need to control. And it's not saying that you were controlling. Maybe, a lot of us do kind of have some controlling tendencies, but it's not the thing is like control comes from the ego, and the ego needs to know how things are going and what the outcome is going to be. Ego really struggles with the unknown. And so maybe you're releasing some of that control and the need to know the outcome before you take certain actions, and allowing yourself to take these aligned actions. And by doing that, you are going to find way more things to celebrate. You're going to find that you have so much more to celebrate when you are allowing yourself to operate from more of this flexible energy versus like the ego control energy and the need to know how everything's going to happen, and if I move over here and do this thing, what's gonna be, what's gonna happen. And that's all coming from the ego. The higher self sees things from a different perspective. And so there's not that, the higher self doesn't need that level of control. I'll just put it that way. Okay. Yeah, so you also have a leg up when it comes to whatever it is that you are balancing out. For some of you, there is a connection that is coming through with another person that I feel like you're really strategizing on how to balance this out. And just know that if you're watching this, whenever you're watching this, today is a great day to make some progress when it comes to that situation that you are strategizing on. Of course, make sure you're listening to your intuition, but to be fair is really about balancing. That's what this card is about. It's balancing things out. And so yeah, it's like you want to balance a situation so you can co-create a beautiful, experience, a beautiful life experience, a beautiful reality, and you have a leg up when it comes to this situation. Being told to read that. Okay. Okay. Receiving help, delegating authority, and interdependence. Okay. Oh, there it is. And yeah, I was actually I got a thread of hyper independence when I was talking about the strategy card and co-creating with another person. Um, so you could be hyper independent and now you are in a place where it's like you've come as far as you can come alone. And a lot of us that are hyper independent do not like hearing that. But humans are an interdependent species. And so we do need each other for certain things. And there's an ability to co-create with another person that we just simply can't fully access alone. And it's not saying we can't do certain things on our own. It's not saying we can't create the reality of our dreams on our own. It's just that there are, certain limitations on doing everything alone. And so what this is talking about is it says you've come to a point where going at it alone is no longer optional for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. Okay, and then I'm also being guided to read part of the relationship area of this message. And it says it's important to recognize that you need others as much as they need you. You must allow people to support you just as you are there for them. This is a time to be vulnerable, to speak up about your needs, and to ask for them to be fulfilled. Trust. You will be met with kindness and love. Don't expect others to read your mind, though. Ask and it is given. Okay, so yeah, that's really powerful. So yeah, we do have a lot of energy of working together with another person in this next phase of life. And I'm hearing the divine say, um, how did that just come through? Like you're not meant to do this next phase alone. So if you've been feeling really, really alone on your journey up until this point, the time is now for you to co-create with another person to um really work with others. And maybe it's one other person to start with. I'm getting like I'm laughing because I resonate with this energy. But you could definitely have some trust issues. Maybe you don't let people get too close, and it's probably justified, to be honest. You've probably had a lot of experiences of betrayal and so on and so forth. And now it's the time to allow yourself to see how far you've come and to realize that you can attract different types of people in to help you with this phase. Community. Yep, exactly. So it's time for you to allow yourself to up level when it comes to your community and to really have at least one other person that is in your corner. And I feel like you already, if this is really resonating with you, this message, you already know who this other person is. For some of you, I am getting a romantic thread of energy, and it's going to be like a life partner type of dynamic. For others of you, this is platonic. This is a community. This is a mentor. This is a really good friend that you can call and talk about some of this stuff that you're going through and get some different perspectives from, kind of a higher vibration. So somebody who's more on the awakening path with you that can help kind of like help you to see things from other perspectives because we all have blind spots, right? And so it's understanding that there is somebody that's in your energy. I don't know if you're actually talking to this person or not. For some of you, maybe, and you're debating on like having it be a deeper relationship. For others of you, I feel like this is somebody that you know of, that you want to work with, but you're not talking to them yet. And so it's the perfect time to extend some sort of offer or an ask, of like, hey, do you want to work together? Something like that. Um, yeah, it's really coming through. Go the distance and TikTok. Okay, so there is something about divine timing here. And you're being asked to go the distance when it comes to a situation. Come to the edge. For some of you, this is a romantic interest. That is really coming through. If it is a romantic interest, you are being guided to go the distance, close this gap, and be open, honest, authentic, and vulnerable with this person. Okay, so that's the romantic thread of energy. The other energy that's coming through is like if this is a mentor or if this is a friend that you want to, build a deeper relationship with, make sure you're staying authentic. It's okay that you are where you are on your journey. It's a journey. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So remember that. Um, but you're being asked to really kind of get out of your comfort zone here and, come to the edge. Take a leap of faith, something like that. We've got a change in the wind. So, yeah, I feel like you've been undergoing massive changes and transformations, and you might feel like you're kind of standing on shaky ground right now. And so, for some of you, this person is going to be able to help you ground your energy and really navigate this next phase of the journey with another person. Um, yeah. And I feel like if this is the romantic thread of energy, I feel like that's something that you both are going to do for each other. So it could kind of, it's almost like an anchor point. Like you and that person are an anchor point where you can really help each other. Okay, let's see. Right. We're gonna get into this deck really quick and see what else wants to come out. This is a really beautiful energy though. Um, okay. So appreciation just fell out. So this is an attitude of gratitude. It's also having a deep appreciation for something or someone in your life. So maybe there's somebody that you've been um I'm getting like this energy of like watching somebody from a distance. So maybe you know this person in the physical world, maybe you don't. Maybe it's like a content creator that you're watching that's really helping you right now, and you have like a lot of appreciation for this person. If this is somebody you know, and this is somebody that you're wanting to work with, I'm really getting the energy of it's good, it's like it's safe to reach out. It's and then I also heard it's time. And so yeah, with this divine timing card, like it's time to reach out to this person. And it's going to help you to experience more gratitude and appreciation in your life by working with this person and co-creating in some way. So maybe this is somebody you want to like physically work with. Um, Again, I am getting like that romantic thread of energy as well. So if that's the case, it's like maybe this is true life partner energy where you're going to work with them and also do life with them. So it just depends. It's just going to vary on, your unique situation. Let's see. Anxiety. Okay. So you could be dealing with some anxiety right now. If so, this is just extra confirmation. Um, hmm. I just kind of got like tired. So maybe you're just yeah, maybe you're dealing with and it could have to do with finances with man holding a coin on the bottom of the deck. So it could have to do with finances. But yeah, there's like an anxiety or really kind of exhausted feeling that just came through. Um, but I'm getting if you, yeah, listen to your intuition right now. I'm getting that if you were to allow yourself to reach out to this person that you're being guided to reach out to, it's going to help lift this anxiety. So just keep that in mind. It's almost like your energy is going to return fully just by reaching out to this person. It's not saying you're going to like they're going to give you energy. It's just something that's going to happen naturally. It's like you're going to feel like inspired and just like ready to take on what life is bringing right now and this big transformation. Um, whew, give me just a second. Okay, so I just got like hot and nauseous all at once. If you're experiencing, physical symptoms and you're worried about your health, check with a medical health professional, not offering medical advice, looking at things from an energetic, spiritual standpoint. This situation could be something that is giving you a lot of anxiety in like wanting to reach out to them, could be making you feel a little nauseous. So there could be kind of like a lot at stake when it comes to this. Um, the thing is though, is it's one of those I heard when I was kind of like clearing my energy a little bit because I like got really nauseous. And I heard that by allowing yourself to follow your intuition and reach out to this person or contact this person that you are wanting to co-create with and work with in some way, you're going to have so much to celebrate. So allow yourself to release this anxiety as best as possible and to just do this because it's going to really, really help you just in general. It's like your energy is going to just shift by working with this person. Um, so again, this could be a mentor. This absolutely could be a romantic person, which would make sense. Like if you are thinking about reaching out to somebody and making a romantic offer, it might be making you really nauseous. It might be really stressful, but it's one of these things that by you doing this, it's going to be so worth it. It really, really is. What else is going on? Okay, yeah, and it just lifted. So it's one of those things like if you're going to reach out to this person and you start kind of feeling sick, allow yourself to fully reach out to them and ask to work with them or whatever it is. For some of you maybe it's communicate deeper feelings if it's a romantic interest, something like that. By doing that, it's actually going to help lift that energy. So if you're like you think about reaching out to this person, you get like nauseous or kind of really stressed out or really hot. By you allowing yourself to reach out to this person, it's going to help lift some of that energy. And then I just got like an excitement feeling. So I feel like that's really saying that at first it's going to be really nerve-wracking almost. And I really think that this is more for like this romantic thread of energy. um at first you might be like nauseous and it might be like, oh, like I'm putting myself out there in a really big way, but once you do it and then get a response from this person, it switches to excitement and I'm seeing the celebration card. So just know that if this is a mentor or somebody and you're not used to asking for help or assistance from other people, you might still kind of feel the same way because you're asking for help. And if you've been, hyper independent, anytime you've asked for help, it's kind of been turned down, or, you're treated like you're a burden because you need something, so on and so forth. This is a different type of a situation. This is somebody who would love to work with you. And so just keep that in mind. That might be a similar kind of thing that happens with you as well. But sometimes when you're really hyper independent, you're used to doing things on your own, it is really hard to ask for help because you've been trained and conditioned over the years that when you ask for help from somebody else, if they do help, it's not like willingly. It's, it always comes with extra shit. And so you just learn, like, I'll just do it on my own. And this is not that type of a situation. Okay, we've got second chakra. This is the sacral. It sits between the solar plexus and the base of the spine, so the belly button and the base of the spine. The color's orange, and it has to do with creativity, sensuality, passion, um, pleasure. So, yeah. This could definitely have something to do with your creativity. If this is a romantic interest, then this is somebody you're very passionate about. And then we've got the community card on the bottom of the deck as well. So there is definitely something here where you're in the process of up leveling your community. You're getting ready to be around people who can really hold you and support you and celebrate you and your accomplishments and just you as a person and your place here on the earth at this time. We all have our own little role to play, and a lot of us have soul mission and so on and so forth. And so being around people who can see that, who understand the journey, who respect and appreciate how far you've come is so nice to have. It really, really is. Okay. And man holding a coin really wanted to come out. I saw it 3 times. Okay. So this is a masculine energy. Take it as it resonates. This is somebody who is definitely focused on their material world, stability, security, all of that. So that could be something else that you have anxiety about right now. Okay. And then seventh chakra. Okay, that is the crown that sits on the top of the head. The color is either violet or white. This is where you receive divine guidance. So you're receiving divine guidance at this time on this situation that you've been strategizing about. And the message here is to go for it. It really is. This is a person, you and this person working together, I'm hearing are going to do great things. So just keep that in mind. You wouldn't be being really guided to work with this person if it wasn't meant for you in your journey at this time. This is a situation where I feel like you both are really going to balance each other out in some way. So I'm definitely getting that romantic thread of energy, but there is a platonic thread of energy coming through as well. So this is just somebody that like you're compatible with. You work really well together. Um and then we do have the magician in the mirror. So for the romantic thread of energy, this could definitely be a counterpart, divine counterpart. Um, you could definitely mirror this person. And, so if so, they mirror you back. And maybe you're worried if this person does reciprocate these feelings for you or would want to work with you. Okay, the envy card is here. I'm not really getting envy as much as longing. And so maybe you're really longing to work with somebody who can see you and understand you where you're at on your journey. Maybe of course, if this is that counterpart energy, you definitely could be longing for your person. And if that's the case, it's time to put an end to the longing. It really is. Hostilities. Okay. Okay, so I had to pause it to clear my throat, and then I had to clear it again. So here we are. Um, there's a need to communicate that is really coming through, and from this point forward in the reading, I'm being guided to more follow this counterpart thread of energy. So, just take it as it resonates. But from this point forward, we might be switching gears and really following this counterpart thread of energy because it really wants to come through. Um, If so, this is really a divine masculine that I'm picking up on that I'm speaking to. So if you don't resonate with that, that's a-okay. I don't know if we're going to get back to the other threads of energy coming through. Um, if not, what I will say about the other thread of energy is this person that you want to work with and co-create with, a mentor, whoever it is for you, this is definitely a really good next step for you. Now we're going to get into this counterpart energy because it is just dominant. Okay, so what's going on here is when I was clearing my throat and drinking water and all of that jazz, this hostilities card came out right before I paused it. And what came through with this is mental hostilities. And then what I heard when I was taking my drink of water was I don't want to hurt her. Okay. Now, again, it's not a gender thing. Take it as it resonates. We all have masculine, feminine energies within us. It's a balance. Then we tend to resonate with one polarity more so than the other, especially in a healed state. So here's the thing. If you, and this is counterpart, so this is your divine feminine that we are talking about. If you're worried about hurting your divine feminine, At this point in the journey, your divine feminine is probably one of the most resilient people you have ever met. They have gone through the ringer and back more times than you are aware of, most likely. This is a person that, because there is going to be, especially when we're talking divine counterpart, there is going to be certain things that are triggered in this dynamic. But when you both are in such a different energy now, that it's one of those, first of all, being conscious of the fact that you don't want to hurt this person is a huge part of this. So, that's a very good thing. And the thing is this is the type of situation where when you are interacting with this person, because I'm getting Empress energy, so this is divine feminine energy. So this is somebody who has the ability to check you and be like, hey, how about don't come at me like that? And it maybe not like in that way, but it's gonna be energetically that way. Like you're gonna bump up against a boundary, and then it's gonna be one of those, okay, let's have a conversation about it. Or, you'll immediately be like, oh shit, my bad. That was some subconscious shit coming up, let's process this, or, whatever. It's a different way of going about a relationship, really. And the thing is, too, to keep in mind, if you're sitting there and you're like, I'm concerned with potentially hurting this person, the thing is because you care about that and you don't want to do that to this person, it's going to change how you are showing up with this person. So if you think about it, if somebody that you were romantically with in the past tried to check you on your behavior, I'm getting this energy of like, hey, fuck off. And that happens, especially in karmic relationships where you're like, how about you go fuck yourself? um, it's just a very different dynamic. But if you are going towards somebody that you are consciously aware of, that is your person, and they are a balance for you, and you can co-create together, and you can help each other just in life in general, because I'm getting, romantic thread of energy with the counterpart here. This is somebody who, when they check you on stuff, you're going to take that and reflect on it. You're not going to be like, hey, fuck you. It's going to be very different. And same thing with them, because they're still human. They're still going to, probably at some point, there's going to be like subconscious shit that kind of comes up. And then you're like, hey, I'm not that person. And then your feminine's gonna be like, oh shit, yeah, you're right, my bad. It's very different. And so keep that in mind. This is a type of situation where you've never been in a relationship like this at this level. So even if you were in a relationship with this person in the past, you guys are in a very different energy now. So it's going to have very different dynamics. And so just keep that in mind. Your feminine can handle you. Your feminine can handle all of you. And I'm hearing to tell the masculine, this is the feminine that is not scared of you. This is a feminine that is not scared of your temper. And then I'm hearing a masculine say, but they've never seen my temper. And then I'm hearing a feminine laughing and saying, I watched you control it. So that's going to be very specific. Take it if it resonates. But that's the thing too. This isn't the person that's going to continuously poke the bear until you snap. This is somebody who's going to respect your boundaries, and you're going to have a different level of communication. This is somebody that's not going to pull out that side of you. And so if you've been in a lot of karmic connections where they bring out this side of you, where you do kind of lose your shit, this is a different dynamic. This is a person that's going to respect you, your boundaries. I'm getting like it's a very compatible energy, and when you're very compatible with somebody, you don't trigger them constantly. So because this is a counterpart dynamic, there is going to be levels of triggering so that you can go deeper into your own, healing and tapping into your authenticity and becoming the best version of yourself, which is an ever evolving process. But this is something where those triggers are going to be invitations, and you both are going to take them as invitations to go within. And then if it's a communication thing, or if it's something that one of you wasn't aware of that triggered the other person, it's gonna be like, oh, okay, I didn't know that was a trigger. Let's talk about this. it's going to be such a different experience than I feel like you've ever really had. And so just keep that in mind. Um, this is somebody who can handle you in your fullness, and you can handle this person in their fullness. The thinking man. Okay, so you could be really overthinking the situation right now. Um, yeah, blossoming abundance, and it landed on the magician and the mirror card. So this is a situation where it's going to actually have an effect on your finances as well. So if you've been really struggling with finances, or it's just not flowing in the way that you want it to flow, maybe you're, living paycheck to paycheck and you want to be financially free. This is a situation where working with this person and co-creating with this person, you both can unlock levels of abundance together that is going to really up level you in a rapid way. Okay. What else? Now we're in the counterpart energy. Yes. Never ending story. Hmm. You could feel like this is a never ending story with your person. You could feel like you've had many lifetimes with them, and you probably have. It's also really kind of talking about getting off of karmic cycles. Okay. No place like home. That really, it definitely reminds me of counterpart twin flame energy, because there's a sense of home with this person. And as much as you might not realize it, this person feels the same way about you. It's yeah. And it's because you both have the ability to fully see each other and understand each other and respect each other and appreciate each other and honor each other and celebrate each other. It's such a beautiful, beautiful energy. And I'm hearing it's time for the masculine to go home, which is, towards your counterpart. Um, no, that one might want it. Time to go. Thank you for the confirmation. It's time to go home. Which is, there's a sense of home that you will feel with your counterpart that just isn't there with other people. You can get close with like high level soulmates, but it's not quite the same. Um, it just is what it is. And I mean, it makes sense. It has to do with the soul resonance. There's a level of recognition that you have with this person when you look into their eyes that you probably have never experienced with anybody else. And your feminine feels the same way with you, by the way. Time for a nap. Is this saying I'll be able to rest? Okay. So what I'm getting from this is saying that once you allow yourself to actually do this and actually go the distance and close this gap and speak to this person, you are going to find a sense of ease and peace and truly be able to rest after, it's like after just a conversation with this person. And I'm getting all like the excited energy and like the butterflies and all of that, but it's also going to bring a peace, a level of peace and a sense of peace, because this anxiety is just going to lift. Some of these mental hostilities that you've been battling with are going to disappear simply by communicating with this person and actually having a conversation and seeing that they are indeed on board with you, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, and it's going to help you get off of some of these karmic cycles. If you're still struggling releasing some things or fully getting off of some of the karmic cycles and cleaning up different things in your life, you communicating with this person is really going to help you do that, and putting an end to this longing energy. I don't know why I have struggle saying that like in readings. I can say it normally, but anyways, this longing. It's like the G's don't get pronounced that well. Anyways, um, putting an end to that longing is really, really gonna help. Yeah, and this is a fated connection. And you probably met this person very serendipitously. So this is one of those situations where you weren't expecting to meet your counterpart and then they just appeared. They were just there and your life was never the same again. That was a fated meeting, that was a fated interaction. Your soul chose to do that to meet this person, and there's unfinished business with you and this person. Was not expecting to take this counterpart turn, but I do love this energy. It gives me hope. Okay. No more from there? Is that the end? That's the end of the message? Nothing else? Okay. Okie dokie. Well, apparently that's the end of the message. So ultimately, you do have something to celebrate here. You really, really do. And this is a beautiful connection. It's got amazing potential, it really does, and it's so just it's such an open-hearted energy with you and this person. So I feel like this is an energy. I'm just curious. Yeah, healer of the ages. That's talking about you tapping into your healing abilities. I feel like this is a very heart open connection. And so I feel like your feminine really does have their heart open to you. Um yeah, I really, really do. And then happy family. I was flipping through to see if we would get the woman holding a heart. Just for extra confirmation for you about how your feminine feels. And then we got happy family. So that to me is like not only do they have an open heart towards you, they are wanting this union reunion energy with you and possibly even a family if that's, in the cards for you. Um like if that's something that you're desiring. If you're desiring kids with this person, I feel like they want them too. If you're desiring to blend families or have fur babies or whatever it is, they're desiring that as well. Yeah, so they definitely want this energy with you as well, and it's time for you to allow yourself to see that. Right when I said it's time for you to allow yourself to see that, we got the divine timing card. So we literally got the divine timing cards out of both decks. So yeah, this is in alignment. This is it is time for this. It's time for you to allow this. It's time for you to go the distance and reach out to this person and allow yourself to co-create with them and talk to them and celebrate each other and how far you've come on the journey and who you are now and really be in your authenticity and have that celebrated by another person who has the ability to fully see you in your entirety and celebrate you. This isn't somebody who expects you to be perfect. This is somebody who views you as being perfect for them, flaws and all. So remember that. How you view your person is how they are viewing you, more or less. It's very mirrored in this energy. So just remember that. Alrighty. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. I hope this helps. Ultimately, you got this. If you're watching this in real time, the 6-6 portal, it's a great time to balance out the scales with the situation. So, maybe it is reaching out to this person and starting that open line of communication or, working with them or whatever it is. Um, so it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful time to do that. So yeah, definitely let me know if this resonates with you. I would love to talk to you about it in the comments. You can also come back and tell me when you do reach out, how it went. I would love to celebrate you as well. Alrighty dokie. Well, feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel, so thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free. I will see you on the next message.